let's talk repurchases, okay? First and foremost, on the chopping block, I know it was a fan favorite, but for me personally, I've never been able to make this foundation work unless I use the smallest amount, like minimal amount, and then I have to use a beauty blender in order for this to work. Anytime I use a brush, I don't care how I use it, the type of brush I use, whether it's dense, whether it's fluffy. This foundation is so grainy. Like, it sits on my skin like sand. Like, honestly, I'm not even exaggerating. Y'all can see how full the bottle is. I do not use this. I think I've worn it maybe 3 times since I've repurchased it. It just don't work for me. Like, I don't know what it is, but I couldn't find the shade when it first released. And then once I did find a workable shade, I just couldn't make it work. So yeah, it works, but only if I use a tad bit amount and I spread it in with my fingers, and then I use a beauty blender to blend it out. And I wear the shade 360 medium warm. Now y'all know in House Labs, warm is cool and cool is warm, kind of like MAC. A foundation I will always repurchase. It's the About Face. It's Halsey's brand. I wasn't expecting to like this foundation so much. I was so happy when it released because I knew it was fragrance free and all that good stuff. So I was like, yeah, I got to get my hands on it. But I did not expect to like it this much. I used the shade MD3 Cool. I'm actually wearing it today. And I do have layered powdered products on top, and my skin still looks like skin. Now, for my girls who like a good dupe, I would not lie to you. You have to try this if you don't like this. If you don't like the price point on this, which is like $45, try the House Labs. Try the About Face. I believe this is $15, and it gives you the same finish, same like natural dewy finish, but half the price point. And it just wears better. Like, I can't explain it, but this is definitely a dupe for me, but this is better in my opinion. LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation. Like, the name says it all. Triple Fix Serum. Like, it is so purity. I'm mixing it beautiful and pretty together. It's so beautiful on the skin. It really does look like a serum, so it sets well into the skin. It just looks so freaking good. I'm mad that I only went through half the bottle because it's expired now. I took a chance the other day and I wore it anyway because I was like, you know what, whatever. Now, I do like the fact that this foundation oxidizes, and I say that because it's kind of hard to find a shade in this foundation, if I'm being honest, for me. Because it does oxidize, it dries down to like the perfect match for me. I wear the shade TN6, and initially you would think that it just didn't match. I'm gonna pump a little bit on my chest so y'all can see. Now, it looks light, you know what I'm saying, but give it a few minutes to dry down, and then you'll see just how well it starts to blend in. Another repurchase for me is the Tower 28 sunscreen. This is a sunscreen, but it has coverage and it has pigment, so you can wear it as a foundation. If you don't want to wear like makeup and you just want to protect the skin, this is a very good product to go towards because it has like a very nice dewy finish. Not too dewy to the point to where it's like sliding off your face, but it has a very nice finish to it. And I wear the shade 50 Sunset. It's not the perfect shade because it has a yellow undertone. I'm a neutral undertone, but I always make it work, and I just love it. Like, it's so pretty on the skin, and it's SPF 30, so you get a good dual, combination. You get a good finish on top of having some sunscreen. So this is for my no makeup girlies. Now, y'all know I had to mention the Colade foundation stick. This is such a good product, y'all. Like, it's so creamy. Like, it blends into the skin so good. I don't like the fact that it's a cream foundation. I'm not really a big fan of like stick foundations because I always felt like you had to tug on the skin, but this one glides like butter. Like, the way this stuff just melts into your skin. I actually have a video reviewing this down below if y'all want to check it out. I wear the shade 300. The shade is not perfect, but the foundation blends so easily. For it to be a cream, it just really glides like butter. To Future Skin, I know y'all probably turning y'all nose up at me right now. This is a $90 foundation, I'm aware, but I feel like if you don't mind spending the money, you will not regret it. Like, I've reached the bottom of I reached the bottom The wear time on this foundation is really, really good. It's light coverage. It never looks like makeup. It's advertised as like never looking like makeup. So no matter how much you build and build and build, it'll never look cakey. But it has like the prettiest dewy glass finish. If you like glass looking skin, you will love this foundation. Now, I haven't found a dupe for it yet, but I think the closest you'll probably get to it with a kind of like whipped finish, I would say, is the Bare Minerals foundation. I forgot the name, but it's the one that comes in a little squeeze tube in the goldish looking bottle. That's like the closest I found to this if you don't want to spend $90 on this foundation. But I personally think it's worth it because anytime I wear it, I save it specifically for certain events. Like, I only pull that out when I'm going to certain events and I want to look snatched and I want to look just like ethereal. Speaking of Bare Minerals, we going old school with this one. If you know, you know. Your grandma probably wore it. Your great grandma probably not your great grandma. Your grandma probably wore this. I think my grandma did, okay? But this is the Bare Minerals Original Loose Foundation. I wear the shade Warm Tan 22. And this will forever be a staple for me because obviously, like, I have combo oily skin. So this is a powder foundation, but it wears like a cream. The more you blend it into the skin, it really turns into like a cream formulation. So it never looks like powder just sitting on top of the skin. And it's perfect for the summertime because if you're not into like liquids and creams and you want something that's like budge proof, this is the foundation for you. Even in the winter, it doesn't really matter, but this is just a great foundation, and it's advertised as so good you can sleep in it. Trust me, I'll put it to the test. You can sleep in it, and it only contains 5 ingredients. So you will not break out. If you have sensitive skin, you will not break out. It's only made with 5 ingredients, and they're natural ingredients. So this is like the staple. This is a staple, okay?